on 100.7 WMMS.
Three 35192 if you want to text. Gab Cruz is here from your Cleveland Guardians. I was looking at the food options over there at Progressive Field because I don't often take. We haven't done a show there in a while, in a couple of seasons, and that's usually when I would take a minute to kind of walk around because there's nobody there. You know what I mean? It's pregame and all that, and so I would walk around and see what they're doing over there, and because a lot of people will complain, and it's much to Progressive Field's credit that they've got all kinds of pretty decent options over there. I'm not doing any kind of advertisement. I'm simply saying that a lot of people complain that the reason that maybe they're less enthused about baseball is because your traditional baseball fare, food-wise, is pretty old-timey. You can still get a hot dog. You can still get, it's in the song, peanuts.
Yeah.
Can you still go up and buy a Cracker Jack? Probably not. I don't know if you can walk up and buy Cracker Jack. I don't even know if they sell Cracker Jack
I think they
anymore.
still sell Cracker Jacks.
Do they?
At the Progressive Field, yeah.
I think Pepsi owns Cracker Jack. I was reading a thing about how they're trying to promote women's sports. Of course, I used to work for the Chicago Sky, for the WNBA, and they were the WNBA champions last year with the Chicago Sky.
I thought it was WNBA.
WNBA. And Pepsi has announced that they are coming out with Cracker Jill.
I was just about to say, if they wanted, they should do Cracker Jill.
Well, you were ahead of the curve. Yeah, you were ahead of the curve on that. Cracker Jill to help promote women's sports.
Cool.
And they've even got a new version of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Oh yeah.
By a singer named Normani. Do you know who Normani is? Poundcake probably knows, but I think he's probably getting a winner. Normani is a singer.
I thought that was the person that just got confirmed as the Supreme Court Justice.
No, that was Ketanji Brown Jackson, is who you're thinking of.
Okay.
KBJ. Normani came from a band called Fifth Harmony. Remember them?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so she came from that.
Poundcake for sure knows who they are.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
We gotta go to work. I think that's them.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I mean, I think she started on a singing reality show and then...
X Factor.
There he is.
He knew it.
While on the phone, he made that.
He knew it, yeah. X Factor,
It's
2012.
driving him crazy in there. It's I know all about this lady.
Yeah. And she's singing the new Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Take me out to the ball
Changing up the lyrics, I assume.
Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jill.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jill. There it is, right. Yeah. I thought Cracker Jill was what those Russian guys were injecting into their arm and make their skin all flake off.
That was Crocodile.
Oh, Crocodile.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Buy me some peanuts and Crocodile.
Yeah. You ever want to ruin your day?
Yeah. Google image search Crocodile.
Well, now we can't unhear and think of that visual.
But that had a hot summer, didn't it, Crocodile?
Yeah, that was 2013, I feel like that was... And I feel like it was definitely just one of those things that was so shocking that you see it once and they're like, this is sweeping the country, but it's probably 8 people doing it, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Google image search, if you go and look at it, I'm pretty sure it was close-up wounds on 5 different guys. They would just keep repeating, what was happening to those
it was
guys'
so,
bodies,
it was rough, yeah. It's their skin was just peeling off.
Now, I don't know if...
bones.
I'm curious if Cracker Jill is going to have different ingredients or if it's just a different name. I bet it's the same stuff. When I was a kid, listen, I don't have a refined palate, I'll try anything, but I know what I like and I know what I don't like. Cracker Jack is a pretty boring snack. And that's probably why I liked it as a kid. Of course, when I was a kid, we didn't get anything sugar. So anything that had the slightest amount of sweetness in it, I was all in. And Cracker Jack tastes like it's made with molasses.
Do you like Cracker Jacks now or just your kid taste buds?
I haven't had it in so long. I would always... My complaint about Cracker Jack was, just because of gravity, all the peanuts would be at the bottom of the bag.
Oh, yeah.
So it'd be really hard to kind of get a proper dispersal there. And you got a prize. And when I was a kid, the prizes sucked. You know, it was like, oh, it was a little.
Some things never change.
It was a tattoo you could put on your arm or whatever. And but they are donating a portion of their proceeds to the Women's Sports Foundation. So if you, again, I don't know if this is being sold in stores or whatever, but they are rolling out Cracker Jill.
Yeah, I think it's the same stuff, just
Yeah.
new packaging.
She's sweet enough. She doesn't need any extra sugar.
Normani?
No, Jill.
Oh, Cracker Jill.
Cracker Jill.
Doesn't need, yeah.
But does this... Gab, you have played sports.
Yeah.
You are very entangled in the sports world. Does this make you feel empowered, or do you just feel like this is pandering?
What's marketing?
I don't know that it did anything for me, but
I think if they were really committed to it, Cracker Jill wouldn't have any nuts. If they were gonna, you know what I mean? To me, that's the easiest remedy. It's the one that would spring to everyone's mind. It would just be caramel popcorn.
Well,
it would just be a little prize.
honestly, Ellen, until you said the gravity comment, I didn't even know Cracker Jacks had nuts because they're so gross to me that I only eat the top layer and then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot these are gross.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know they had nuts to begin with.
Well, and in the song, they say, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack, because you can get those individually, of course, at the ballpark. You could get peanuts in the shell, or you could just get them at the bottom of a Cracker Jack box. It was also sold in a box, too.
Yeah, it used to be in a box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it would, I feel like every box I've ever seen of Cracker Jack has gone unfinished. Like, there's always some left over where
Yeah.
you'd be like, I'll just toss this. I don't need this. Yeah.
They do make this stuff called poppycock. You ever had poppycock? It comes in a big tin, and it's way more sumptuous of a snack. It's like caramel popcorn. It's like a big
with
stuck
the
together
cheese?
kind of.
Oh, wait, no.
I don't know if it's
Okay.
cheese. It's kind of. They might have a flavor like that, but
I'm
it's.
thinking of the Christmas thing where they divide it into like 3 and there's like
Oh,
the-
yeah,
those are-
yeah.
I don't know.
No, this stuff's called poppycock, and you'll find it like on the in the snack shelves, or maybe you know how there's that one shelf of snacks at TJ Maxx. You know all the
Yep.
reject snacks.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll go over there and you'll be trying to convince yourself that you want something from the
this might
one
be.
Yeah.
sad snack aisle. They've got a
be
ton of
like-
stuff. When you check out, you have to run this gauntlet of snacks.
Yeah, it's dark chocolate and paprika. Like, it just didn't take off the way we were hoping.
Yeah, right. Maybe I want truffle oil donuts. Mm-hmm. And they're all like, this expired a few months ago, but, you know,
Hey, a deal's a deal. I'll
a
eat it.
deal is a deal. But they've got over at, next Friday, of course, is the Guardians' home opener. We'll be live downtown. We'll be at Pizza 216. You ever been to
cool.
Pizza 216?
Where's that at?
It's 401 Euclid if you're going to write them a letter. Bill's been there.
It's right
Okay.
across the street from Corner Alley.
Oh, okay.
Like, on the other side of Chocolate Bar.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it's right there.
We'll be able to
Nice.
stare at where our new studios will be.
Yes.
We just won't be able to
can't
go
go in
in and
there yet.
enjoy them yet. But
Someday.
someday. So next Friday, we'll be, since it's a night game, we'll be doing the show regular time. I will have home opener tickets to give away, by the way. We'll have to figure out how we're going to do that. And I'll have tickets for upcoming games, obviously.
Bare knuckle boxing.
There we go. Get a frosty mug of ale, and if you've got a curly Q mustache, bare knuckle boxing sounds pretty good. So that'll be next Friday. We'll be live for the Guardians home opener downtown at Pizza 216, all powered by Budweiser, the Major League beer. Poundcake, did you see people are boycotting, like the MAGA adults are boycotting Oreos?
Why?
Because they said that it's a gay cookie now, I guess, or something. They're all mad over gay cookies.
It's been filled with white stuff the whole time. It's always been gay.
Why is it a gay cookie, though?
I guess Oreo put out a
pride
thing.
cookie?
Huh? Well, they do that, and they do, I guess they released some commercial that proceeds for which were going to go to LGBTQ organizations or something. And so, obviously, people who want nothing to do with that all got mad and are saying that, I guess this is literally a case where they say they're trying to force these down our throats. But They're basically saying, I do not like gay cookies. Is the rap on?
Oh, come on! Every cookie's a gay cookie. You've never eaten a cookie and not felt gay in some way.
I mean,
I'm happy and gay.
Yeah, I don't know in the 1920 sense.
Yes.
I think Snickerdoodle sounds like a gay cookie. I don't know that I've ever if I eat a cookie that I feel particularly I guess gay happy.
Oh, I
yeah.
am gay. I
Yeah.
am so gay for cookies.
Like
yeah.
Montgomery Burns kind of gay.
Yes, I ate a whole sleeve of Thin Mints, and I can't think of any other adjective.
Now, do you
gay.
put them in the freezer?
A lot of people do. I didn't have time on my hands. We were at the ballpark, and I was just like,
You're
who has
just
snacks?
going right on 'em.
Somebody had a sleeve of Thin Mints. And what a selfless gesture to give a whole sleeve. You know what I mean? Like, nobody shares Thin Mints. But
I'm not as enamored of Thin Mints as everybody else is.
I love
I'm like a
Thin Mint.
Samoa's guy if I'm going to
I
get
am
Girl
a
Scout.
Samoa's.
Have you
Yeah.
had? They have a new flavor. It's called Adventurefuls,
Okay.
and the
Never
adventure,
even heard of 'em.
like they're good. It's like a brownie cookie, which I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. They're very good, but the real adventure is the way it makes you venture closer to having diabetes.
I thought you could say diarrhea. Oh, okay. Either one. Adventurefuls brownie cookies.
Is it like a chewy thing, or I don't get it?
It's crunchier than I thought it was going to be, but it
okay.
worked. It worked.
Like brownie brittle, maybe?
It looks kind of like a
it's-
Buckeye.
Yeah, it's similar to like the texture of a Thin Mint.
Okay.
Like that crunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're very good. And then on my podcast that came out today, we had Stefan Johnson, and he is the reason they brought back an Oreo that was gone for a long time.
Which Oreo?
He single-handedly brought back, what did he bring back, Dositos?
The Cakesters by Oreo.
Wow.
Wait, what?
So
Oh,
the
okay.
Oreo Cakesters, they're like
Oh,
cake.
I remember those.
Yeah.
Ew, I didn't really like those.
You didn't really like those?
No, not
Well,
really.
a lot of
How
people
did he bring them, blame Stefan Johnson. How
Yeah.
did he bring them back?
He just did a TikTok video where he's like, "Hey, remember these? They used to exist, and they took them away from us." And he does it with
And he
his
has a
great
lot of
voice.
followers on TikTok.
Yes, and so this is one of the videos that like made him super popular, and it became like a movement where everybody's like, "Yeah, the Cakesters were great. The Cakesters were great," and he started doing sketches about it, about calling Oreo and all these different
Wow.
jokes and just videos, just because it got him views, and he does like them. And then Oreo hit him up, and they're like, "Hey, you win. We're doing this."
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Can
like
you
that's-
do that for Pepsi Blue? Because I really like that too.
Pepsi Blue? What the hell is Pepsi Blue?
I remember Pepsi Blue.
Yeah,
No.
I liked it, and they were like only there for a hot minute.
I feel like that was early 2000s.
or like vanilla stuff. I don't know.
But but that's the thing now.
Pepsi Blue.
Is that everyone's asking him like, "Well, you got this to come back. Can
Yeah,
you
can you get a
can you
couple
do
of-
another thing?" Yeah. So he's
Right.
taking like people are making requests. He's like, "I'm not magic. I can't." You know that was a movement of the people. He was just the leader.
Right. He lit the match.
Yeah.
Wow, good for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. And did they put his face on the box or anything like that?
No, but they
or-
did do a collaboration with him when they brought it back. So I think he was the one that actually announced it.
Man, good for him.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool story.
Now, what would you bring back if you had that kind of clout? Well, Pepsi Blue.
Yeah, Pepsi
Something I never
Blue.
heard of before. You'd bring back Pepsi Blue.
The Indians.
I mean, Crystal Pepsi was when I was younger.
Yeah.
Pepsi Blue, marketed as a berry cola fusion. It was sold from 02 to 04. So 2 years in the U.S. and Canada.
It only had a brief moment in time.
But it lit up your life
It did.
for those 24 months.
yeah.
Wow.
Trying to think, what would I bring? You know what? I don't know if they have this anymore, but I and they might still have it. But the rodeo cheeseburger at Burger King was always a nice
Rodeo.
snack.
Now, what was that? Barbecue sauce and
Barbecue
crispy-
sauce and onion rings.
Okay.
It was a nice snack.
Why is Pepsi Blue discontinued? It was banned in a number of countries due to health concerns from the blue dye.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
That's not
Because it
good.
probably turned your tongue blue, and it's,
Maybe I have damage. I don't know.
Was this before or after you were concussed?
That was before.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in 2004, you were just a youngin', right?
I guess
Yeah.
that's true. That was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
that was way before I got concussed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird to think that 2002 was 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. You go, holy Christ.
I was just on my way to the Philippines.
Oh, look at you.
It's
Samoas. Speaking of Girl Scouts.
yeah. It was about 20 years ago that I got there in June of 2002. So it'll be 20
And how
years.
long were you there?
I was there till April of 2004.
Oh, you were there a while.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Now, how long before you started tearing things up?
To
It
rebel.
was about
48 hours?
no, it was about a year and a half.
Oh, so
I
you
was
were
good. I was playing it pretty. Like I did a few
for a year and a half.
things that were against the rules, but nothing serious. But then around like October of 2003, I started dipping my toe into really, misbehaving as a missionary.
And what was the straw that I feel like this is well-tread ground, but the devil's in the details, literally. What was the straw that broke the camel's back? Where you said, I'm going to the dark side.
It was
Like John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
just basically being in a house with another missionary that was willing to do stuff too. We're like, hey, we're like, let's get phones, and that was like the first thing we did. And then we're like,
You didn't have phones.
no, you weren't supposed to have phones.
You had a house phone?
To
talk to the family or
we
whatever?
had a house phone, but we'd only talk to the families on Christmas and Mother's Day.
That's wild.
You talked to your family twice. That was by design? Like you were
Yes.
supposed to be isolated and doing your thing?
That's the one thing I've kept intact since I've been a missionary. Twice a year, that's what you get, Mom.
Now, were you able to write them letters?
Yes, you could write
Okay.
letters and emails weekly. But, me and this other missionary, we'll call him
Pete.
Elder Brian. Or, that's a little too obvious. Elder Benjamin. Benjamin Brian. That's his name.
Elder
so
BB.
We got cell phones, and then we're like, well, we got phones, and we just weren't doing as much missionary work as we should have been. We're like, let's get some girlfriends. And he's like, oh. And so we got girlfriends, and
Let's get girlfriends. Let's get phones. Y'all turning up.
yeah, we just go play pool.
Breaking all the rules.
We'd like buy pirated DVDs. Like we
We
bought.
filing taxes.
What am I listening to here? What is this?
From
Oh, sorry.
stimulus check.
Sorry. Go
I
ahead.
bought like, and everything's so cheap over there. So like, I bought like a DVD player and like a real TV, and then we just have like movie nights. And one of the best things about that is there was one missionary. There was 4 of us in this house, and one of the missionaries was from like the southern part of the Philippines, and like he was from a very provincial area. So like running water in the house and electricity was new
a
to
big
him.
deal, yeah.
So we'd watch movies and they'd have special effects, and he would lose his mind. We watched Spider-Man and we watched The Incredible Hulk, and he's like,
You thought those were things that were really happening?
he's like, I never want to go to America. And I was like, why not? It's great over there. And he's like, dude, there are so many monsters.
I watched this. I watched a
what
documentary.
CGI is.
Yeah, I thought it was a documentary called The Avengers.
Well, there's one, we were watching not another teen movie, and there's a scene in that where a pig is smoking a joint, and it like blows the weed smoke out, and he looks over us, and he's like, that's real. Like, not asking, he's like, that's real. You guys keep saying these things are fake. That's real. I know that's real.
A pig getting
Yeah,
high.
he could not, because he just did not understand computers. He didn't understand anything. Like, these were the first movies he'd ever seen.
Wow.
So it's like when people would go to
That's
the theater
amazing that
to see
someone could
Buster Keaton, and the train's coming at him, and they're like, get out of the way.
Yeah. By the way, a lot of people are telling me that Burger King will still make you a rodeo burger. You just have to ask for it.
Wow.
You got to get it off their secret menu. So if you
Mission
pull up,
accomplished.
there you go. He did it. He did it. Yeah, by the way, I love the people are suing Burger King, saying that they advertise their food as bigger than it is. I'm like, do people know how advertising works, by the way? Who are these people that have this time on their hands where they go, I got a hamburger that didn't look exactly like the picture or the advertisement, and I'm suing?
Didn't have the droplets on it where they're on the
Jesus
lettuce, you know?
Christ, these people.
Well-
this is taking the 911 call about your hamburger to the, to the courts.
That's why they should just go to Wendy's and use the Wendy's app to get a $1 Dave single.
Those are always the exact size that they are advertised.
Not always the exact size.
Well, no,
Disclaimer.
pre-cooked
Yeah.
weight.
Pre-cooked weight, yeah.
Pre-cooked weight.
Yeah.
But who is suing these fat... This is... fat asses around the United States are suing fast food places. These are the only people who care. Everybody else takes it As written, everybody else knows going in, this is not going to look like the picture. I hope it tastes good. It's not going to look anything like the picture.
Maybe they're geniuses, though, because, what was it?
I'm not getting that vibe off these people.
Listen, Red Bull got sued because they said it gives you wings, and, like, a lot of people won money from that.
They did.
And then McDonald's, the coffee was too hot, and remember that?
Well, that's like burning your crotch.
Yeah,
that's a whole,
that
like,
melted
physical
her.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, but who doesn't think coffee's going to be hot? Maybe don't spill it on yourself.
But you're right about they did sue over the wings thing. They're like, look, I've been drinking this stuff.
Well,
but
nobody thinks that it would really give you wings. I think that if maybe nobody thinks that it'll look like the picture, but they've seen how the past is, and there's payouts there.
That would be
frivolous lawsuits.
Very funny if the way they had to start using pictures in fast food advertising was the latest one they made.
But like every so often, it would it just points on the clock. They go, oh, it's 5 o'clock. We got to take a picture of that and send it out.
Right.
So it's completely randomized. You don't know which one you're gonna, so you got to make sure they all look good.
It'd be a little dab of mayo, like, oh my bitch.
By the way, think of all the lawsuits they would have had if Red Bull had given people wings. Those same people would have sued because I drank Red Bull and it literally put wings on my back.
True that.
They would have been screaming
back
one
if
way or
you're
the
lucky.
other. I got wings on my ankles.
Yeah.
Like the cartoons.
Well, you know what? But maybe they would not have won. Because they would say, we literally
we told you, yeah.
right there in our big font.
We told you.
And now their workaround was wings is now just spelled with 3 I's. So now Red Bull gives you wings.
I'm suing them because Red Bull doesn't give me 3 eyes. I got a break. If you want to get a text for something, 35192. I'll have Joe Satriani tickets for you on the way back. Guardians game today, pregame around 3:35, and then 4:10's at first pitch in Kansas City today against the Royals.